Rachie's and Friends channel. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to write the alphabet from A to Z and also uppercase and lowercase. Today I will be using this worksheet that you can find the link below this video. So right now we're going to start with the letter uppercase A. I'm going to make one diagonal line, then another diagonal line. Just to finish off, to make it look like an A nice line in the middle. And that's how you do the uppercase A. Now we're going to move on to the lowercase A. I'm going to make a nice curve, make a nice line down, and that's your lowercase A. Now we're going to start with the uppercase B. One line downwards, one curve, then the next curve. And that's how easy it is. Just make a nice letter B. Now we're going to start with the lowercase. One line downwards and one curve to finish it off. Now let's go on to the letter C. One big nice curve. That's the uppercase, and this lowercase one is very similar, but it's a smaller little curve. Now, let's start with the letter D. Now we're going to make one line, just like most of them, and make a nice little curve. And now we're going to move on to the lowercase d. One nice little line and one nice small curve. Now we're going to move on to the letter E. And for the uppercase E, we're going to make one vertical line and three horizontal lines. 1, 2, and 3. And so now we're going to move on to the lowercase. One horizontal line, one big curve. That's almost a circle. Now for F, we're going to do one straight line, one horizontal line on the top, and one horizontal line in the middle. Now we're going to work on our lowercase f. A nice little, almost like a candy cane curve. Make a line in the middle. Now we're going to work on the letter G. So we're going to make a little curve. Then make a line to finish it off. Now we're going to work on the lowercase g. Smaller curve. Then we're going to make another curve to finish it off. Now H. One line this way, one line here, one line across. And now we're going to work on the lowercase h. We're going to make one nice straight line and make one fun little curve. Now we're just going to make a line across this way, a nice straight line that goes downward, and another line that goes across. And for the lowercase I, we're just going to make one line downwards and one little circle to make an I. Now let's do J. Line across and one nice little, almost like G, which is like a curve. And we're going to make the same exact kind of curve. Now for J, we're going to start with the same curve like some of the other letters and make a dot just like the letter I. And now we're going to do the letter K. One nice little line and then do two diagonal ones. Now let's do the lowercase one, which is fairly similar to the uppercase K, but the diagonal lines are below this line right here. Now, L is fairly simple. Just gonna make one line downwards and one line across. And lowercase one is just one little line. Now let's work on the letter M. One line downwards, one diagonal lines, another diagonal line, and one to finish it off. The lowercase one line downwards, one little curve, and another little curve. Now for the letter N, we're going to do this. So we're going to make one line downwards, one line diagonal, and one line to finish it off. N is just like the letter M, but there's only one little curve. Now O, we're just gonna make a nice circle. Same for the lowercase o, but it's gonna be a smaller one. Now we're gonna work on the letter P. For the uppercase one, we're gonna do this. One line downwards, one curve. And now we're going to do the lowercase, which is very similar, but all the letter is under this guideline. Line downwards and one curve. Q, which is just like O if it was uppercase, but there's just a little line to finish it off to make it look like a Q. Circle. One line right here. Now the Q, which is lowercase, is going to be a curve and one line downward. Now, let's do R. For the uppercase one, we're going to do this. One line downwards, like most of our letters that we did before, and curve, then one diagonal line to finish it off. For the lowercase r, we're going to make one line downwards and a little curve like a rainbow. S, we're going to make one curve this way and another curve that way. The lowercase s is practically the same thing, but a little bit smaller. One curve this way, one curve that way. Now, let's work on the letter T, which is fairly simple. We're just going to make a horizontal line and make one vertical line right below it. And for the lowercase one, we're just make one line here, and instead of doing it at the top, we're going to do it right at the middle. Now, we're going to do the letter U. We're going to make one nice big curve. And the lowercase, we're just going to make another curve, but make another line downwards. Letter V. One diagonal line, another diagonal line. Now, for the lowercase one, another one, two horizontal lines, just like the other one, but it's a little bit smaller. Now we're going to do letter W, which is just like two V's connected to each other. So, one horizontal line, another horizontal line. Doesn't that look like a V? Then another horizontal line, then another one. And now, that's how you write uppercase W. The lowercase one is the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal lines. The X, we're going to make one diagonal line and another diagonal line. Just also for the lowercase one horizontal line and another horizontal line. Now we're going to do the letter Y. One horizontal line. We're going to do another diagonal line. Then we're going to make one nice vertical line. But this lowercase y is just a little bit different. We're going to make one diagonal line and then make a longer diagonal line. Finally, we're at the letter Z. So we're going to make like a horizontal line, a diagonal line, and another horizontal line. It's the same for the lowercase one. Z. Yay, we finished all the letters. I recommend, if you really want to get good at writing the letters of the alphabet, you should make lots of copies of this worksheet and practice this worksheet every single day. Once you think you're pretty good at working on this worksheet, you should start practicing with some loose leaf, which doesn't have these guidelines. This is one of my examples that I wrote with all these letters, and we went to the park. You could write it with these guidelines, but if you're going to school, they will often not give you these guidelines and just give you these lines. And that's how you write the letters of the alphabet. Bye guys! Don't forget to like and subscribe!